right, Prof? So I'm going to take a little bit of the time just to test for the student presentation later on. Do we have representative from group 1? Anyone from group 1 here?
Yes, group 1.
Okay, Alif, very good. Alif, do you have your slides with you?
Yes, currently with my group mates.
Okay, who will be presenting from your team?
Rakibul.
Rakibul. So only one presenter, or everybody will be presenting?
Everybody will be presenting at their own parts.
Okay, as indicated, the presentation time is only 5 minutes, so I hope you guys will not exceed the time, because I'm very, very sure that the other instructors will be looking forward to be asking questions. So save some for the question and answer. Right?
Okay, we try to make it as short as possible.
Sweet, concise, and winning the hearts of all the judges. So we have judges, one judge from each institutions actually. So okay, Alif, if you have your slide with you, or if Rakib is online, can you just try to share your screen?
Wait.
Oh, okay, I'm in the waiting room. Zeti, could you help to assign me as co-host so that I can help add the other friends who are in the waiting room?
Done.
Okay.
Very close.
All right. Is Rakib here? Oh, you're already online, right? Okay, Rakib, I was informed that you'll be the one sharing the screen later on. Could you try sharing your screen?
Okay, ma'am. So,
for the rest of the group members, the one who's supposed to be sharing screen, please be prepared, right? Because we only have about 10 minutes to test this.
okay, ma'am, can you see my screen now?
I can see your screen, but I cannot see your PowerPoint.
Okay, here is our slides.
Okay then, all right. So, okay, all right, that's enough.
Okay.
It's all secret, right? Okay, that's enough. Moving on, unshare screen. Okay, what about group 2? Who will be sharing screen from group 2? I can see we have a few from group 2. We have Fatin. Any representative from group 2?
Hello.
Yes, Fatin.
Yeah.
Who will be sharing screen from your side, from your team?
Wait, I think I can share my screen, right?
Okay, but who have you assigned anybody to share screen actually?
Not yet.
All right then. So if you can do the honor, I think that'll be great.
All right.
Just share briefly. If you don't want to show your little secret there, you can share other kind of PowerPoint.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can close that. Right. Group 3. You can stop sharing.
Wait. Sorry. Okay.
What
Yes,
about group
Doctor.
3?
Yes.
Right. Sarah, can you start sharing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So will that be you who is going to be sharing your screen later on?
Yes, I
All
am
right,
going
great.
to. Can you see my side? Or
Yes, perfect.
okay.
You might, yeah, you might need to speak a little bit louder later on, yeah? All right, thank you so much,
Okay.
Sarah. Okay, so we have group 3, group 4.
How to stop? Okay.
All right. What about group 4? Anybody from group 4? Do we have any representative from group 4?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll share my screen.
Shafin, right?
Yeah, Shafin.
Okay.
Okay. Can
All
you
right.
see my screen?
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Shafin.
Okay. Okay, I'll stop sharing.
That's right. Make sure you guys remember to also turn your camera on when you're presenting. Okay, later on. Okay, so we
okay.
have group 4. Thank you so much, Shafin. And let's try
Okay.
with
You're
group 5.
welcome.
What about group 5? Do we have anybody from group 5? Calling group 5. Okay, never mind. Let's try with group 6. If group 6 is ready.
Yeah, I'll be presenting and
All
I'll
right,
share my
Sarah.
screen.
Okay,
Shall I
thank
share my
you.
screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here it is.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
And then let's go back to group 5. Is there any representative from group 5? From group 5, we have Yasin, Anis, let's see, and Haja Suryana. Let's see, group 5. And we have Auguskan Erdem. Not here yet? Okay. While waiting for our friend, let me just remind you that the presentation is going to be for a full marks of 30, 10 for your teamwork, another 10 for the content, and another 10 for your communication skills. All right. So your host later on at 5 o'clock for the presentation is going to be Dr. Fadil. Dr. Fadil, can you just say a word or two?
Hi everyone, looking forward to your presentation, okay, today.
So you already know him. So we have Dr. Fadil and we have Professor Fadil. Professor Fadil is the one that you met yesterday, and he's in charge of UTM Sustainability Campus. And Dr. Fadil is in charge of the mobility programs in UTM. He's part of the international office. Thank you so much, Dr. Fadil.
Yeah, sure.
So he'll be needing some information about your presentation. It will be great if you can write down in the group WhatsApp and then collect them later. The title of your presentation as well as your group name. And I can see in your group, in your slides just now, that you have separated your group photo. It's good if you can also add it in the slide so that as you come in and you start showing your slide, we can already see everybody's face. I think that'll be great. I know you already have your group photos ready, right? So maybe it'll be great if it's already part of the slides as well. Okay. So is group 5 here already? Anyone from group 5? we still have about 3 minutes before we pass the floor to the session to Professor Lee. Is there anything that you would like to ask about your presentation later on? Are you guys ready? Yes, Sarah.
Are we gonna start by group 1 or we can start like, depends on who's ready first?
I believe that later on we're going to start, everyone will be ready.
And hopefully, yeah.
Yes, hopefully, inshallah. So we'll start with group 1.
Okay.
But in the event, like cases like just now, where group 5 is not online yet, so we will try to make sure, adjust wherever possible to make sure that the flow of the program is smooth, right? So the sequence would be presentation, question and answer, presentation, question and answer, presentation, question and answer. So just make sure that you are ready for it, okay? All right then. So I think I just allowed Yasin to come in just now. He was in a waiting room. Yasin, will you be the one sharing the screen for your team?
Hi, ma'am. No, it will be Anis.
Oh, it will be Anis, right?
Yep.
But Anis is not online yet, right? Is she online? Anis Shafika, is it?
Yep.
I'm here.
Ah, Anis. So Anis, can you try to share your screen? Sorry.
Share screen. Do you mean I should share my slide presentation now?
Yeah, yes, you should. We just want to check whether there's any problem. That's all. You can share any other slide if you want to keep it a secret. It's fine.
Maybe a whiteboard.
Can you imagine that? Okay, now everyone is going to wait for group 5. Thank you so much, Anis.
Cool.
Okay, you may stop sharing your screen now. Okay, again, before we continue, don't forget to rename your screen name to your name, institution, as well as group number. Okay, because I can see there are many who have forgotten about that. Yeah, like Fatin, UiTM, G2, Sarah, AGU, G6. So any activities that you want to do is easier with the screen name.
Yeah, it is important because there will be 3 Kahoots, right? So we need to jot down the name of the winner for each Kahoot. There will be 1 top achiever from each Kahoot.
There you go. Okay, I can see there are many who are actually currently changing their name, but I can also see some who are still in the process. Alim Suzam. Then we have Intan Najiha. Could you please change your screen name, update your screen name? Okay, right, it's already 2:30. Thank you very much for your cooperation for the technical rehearsal just now. I'd like to pass the session to Professor Lee and her exciting team. I think she will start by introducing herself and her team, followed by the session itself. Right, all goes to you, Professor.
Thank you, Dr. D, for the introductions. Hello, hi, everyone. Can you turn on your mic? I appreciate to have a group photo.
Hi, Prof. You mean camera?
Yeah, can I have a group photo with them with our background, because only today we have this background. So we can see if everyone is in a best mood. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So my team will take a screenshot, yeah. So okay, Rizwan, would you like to say 1, 2, 3?
Okay. I cannot see everyone yet. I mean, the whole grid is not filled.
Can everyone turn on their camera for the group photo?
Zul, can you also take a photo just in case I didn't capture? Okay.
All right.
All right. Is everyone ready? Okay, I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right. Wait, I need to snap first. A moment, please. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Zul, have you taken the picture?
Yeah, yeah.
I assume.
Okay. All right, thank you. So, okay, let's start. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm so happy to see you again from yesterday. So I believe you will have learned a lot of new things regarding SDGs by now. Let me share my screen. My name is Lee. Okay, first name is Chutin. It has been a pleasure to meet with all of you. I'm from the School of Chemical and Energy Engineering. Can you see my screen?
Not yet, Prof.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, Prof.
Okay, now I can see.
Okay. Okay. So with me today, I also have 3 co-instructors. Zulkarnain, would you like to raise your hand?
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Muhammad Zulkarnain currently serves as the president of UiTM Green DNA Society. It is a student club founded since 2017. And we also have Muhammad Rizwan. Would you like to raise your hand?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, Rizwan currently serves as an EXCO in charge of academic and marketing. And also we have a special guest, Miss Miyu from Risumikan University. Would you like to say hello?
Hi, hello.
Thank you, Miyu. Yeah, Miyu joined one of our summer school in UiTM last year. It is very kind of her to join us. I will start with this lecture of about 20 to 30 minutes. There will be small changes of the schedule. Mainly, we would like to share with you the role of university students to promote sustainable development. As you can see from the topics, right, it's about student empowerment in achieving SDGs, leaving no one behind. Yeah, so these are the keywords. As we mentioned about leaving no one behind, over the years, students from our society, UiTM Green DNA, we have actively participated in a range of programs, including within UiTM, we have UiTM Bio Recycling Stations. This was a flagship project where we built a composting facility, composted about 400 kg of food waste per day. And our students also engage with school, community, also local authority about sustainable development. As I'm also a lecturer from chemical engineering school, my research mainly focus on food waste composting. So my talk will largely wander around composting of food waste. Okay, basically our team are quite passionate about driving the community towards achieving zero waste. Yeah, many people can be very skeptical about achieving zero waste. Yeah, imagine if everything, all of these resources, as you can see from these pictures, from paper to plastics to e-waste to food waste, if each of these waste can go into the right recycling bin, in that way, actually, we do not need to have the landfill site. However, as we can see now, throughout the world, the solid waste still go into the dumping site or landfill site. Okay. So as the famous Native American proverb says, we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. Yeah. So I like you to contemplate on this proverb. Yeah. So that is why ESD, education for sustainable development, is so important to let the next generation like you to understand the importance of the SDG goals. In UTM, we have this center called UTM Low Carbon Asia Research Center. It is based in the School of Urban Planning. If you come to UTM, I would invite you to visit this center. Over the past 10 years, this research center, where I'm also one of the research member, we have helped local authority to publish a series of green policy guiding the local authority on how to implement a low carbon society. So these are the example of blueprint. If you Google from the website, I'm sure you can also find a copies. If we look at the waste management history, the question I would like to ask, has it evolved enough? Okay, has it evolved enough? If we look at the history of the IT, right, over the 60 years, we are talking about the evolution of the mainframe giant PC into a small smartphone. Now we are towards 5G or even 6G era. The evolution is tremendous. Yeah, but if we look at the waste management, most of the waste is still going to the landfill. You can see this two triangle. On the left-hand side is the conventional process where most of the waste will go to the landfill, yeah, dumping site. Under the sustainable development goal, we would like to have the reverse of this pyramid, in which waste should be minimized to go to the landfill site. Why not? Because most of these materials, actually, they are not waste. When we call waste, right, it's just a misplace of the resource. Yeah, if you reflect what I said, misplace of the resources. Yeah, if we can recover these resources, we can then reduce the waste. And sadly, if most of the waste go to the landfill site, under heavy rain or storm, some of the solid waste will be blown away to the sea. As you know that now pollution of microplastic is a serious problem in the whole globe. Okay, actually our globe is, we only have one Mother Earth, put it in this way. This is a photo of the landfill site. As you can see, it is full of all sort of waste, as it is not being segregated at source. And worldwide, almost every day, everyone will produce about 1 kilogram of waste per day per person. And the cost involved to treat the waste either in the landfill site or using other methods costs hundreds of billions a year. So this is a recent report published by World Bank Group, showing that throughout the world, the average food waste accounted up to around 44%. Yeah, so in total, including all the glass, plastic, and so on, food waste is a big portion. That is why my passion is on minimizing this waste in the stream. If you look at the plastic or paper, you can always keep it in a bin for weeks or months, there's no problem. But for food waste, even one day or 2 days, if the garage, the tractor doesn't come to collect, it will cause a lot of odor problem and also harboring the pest. So today, the talk will focus mainly on composting. What can be composted? Yeah, virtually anything that are degradable, from food waste to marine waste, agriculture waste, animal dung, manure. These are all materials that would degrade. Yeah, I like to quote this saying from the website, right? How would this material be degraded? It's actually by bacteria. Bacteria as the ancestor. When it goes to the soil, go to the land, most of this organic matter will get degraded naturally by the naturally occurring bacteria. And as you can see, this is how the carbon cycle, any organic matters consist mainly of carbon. How carbon is being squeezed into the soil and to nurture the plant and the animal. Some of these will also, CO2 is also dissolved in seawater to grow a lot of the living things. Yeah. So in nature, CO2 in the atmosphere is about 0.03% because it's highly dissolved in water and go to the sea as a sink. Yeah. But if from the industry, the emission of CO2 is too high, together with other gases like methane gases, when these gases, especially CO2, dissolve in the rainwater, it will create acidic rain and it's causing damage to buildings and also our plantation as well. So if you look at the technology to treat the waste, yeah, you can see sadly in many developing countries on the left hand side, many of these dumping sites are full of the mixed waste, and some of the we call it scavenger, yeah, people who make a living from excavating valuable materials from the dumping sites to make a living. They are risking their life. Okay, sometimes they extract some metals and so on. And if this dumping site is not equipped with a facility, we call it sanitary landfill. Supposedly, we should dig a big hole, and then there will be cement lining, making a thick lining, and with the thick plastic, finally, we call it plastic liner. This will avoid the liquid of the waste. We call it leachate, leachate collection. So this leachate, if they are produced from high amount of organic waste like food waste that can easily degrade, it will produce a lot of biogas. We call it biogas or biomethane, methane gas. In fact, methane gas is a kind of fuel that can be used to do cooking, or it can be used to generate electricity as well. Okay, so if you look at this sanitary landfill, however, it is quite expensive. For example, in Malaysia, there's only 5% of landfill which are sanitary, most of which are still under open dump site landfill like this, meaning the leachate, the liquid of the waste will flow into the underground, contaminate the underground water source, and finally it go to the river and the sea. Okay, that is why if we can segregate waste at source, we do not need the landfill site. Remember the first slide I showed you, the idea. In 2019, I was in Shanghai. Two months I stayed in Shanghai Jiao Tong University. I managed to see how they implemented mandatory waste segregation at source. For example, like this, since 1st of July, okay, they have compulsory segregation even for food waste. Yeah, so in my research is very much on how to manage the supply chain. If we can have more volunteer like you, university student or NGO to help the implementation of this segregation at source, we can actually separate the waste into dry waste or wet waste. And in fact, if the food waste can be segregated without contamination with other heavy metal, it can be turned into fertilizer. Yeah, we call it organic fertilizer. For example, here in Shanghai, they converted food waste to fertilizer and use it to nourish the soil. Okay. However, from the report of the World Bank, as we can see, 33% plus 25%, about half are still depending on landfill, open dump and landfill, sanitary landfill. Okay, this is the scenario for global waste management. Incineration, which is very expensive, burning the waste sometimes to generate energy, is only around 10% worldwide. Okay, and if you look at composting, it's still quite a low percentage, mainly because segregation of waste at source is quite costly. You need more volunteer like us. Yeah, and these are the costs. You need to collect, you need to train the citizen how to segregate the waste. And then after that, we are talking about the transportation costs. So the entire process can be quite costly. Yeah, usually range around 100 USD per ton. For low-income country, although the cost of treatment for the waste is lower, however, this is mainly because the facility is not so expensive like open dump site. Okay, and as you can see here, not so good news. 50% of this waste treatment cost is actually from the government investment. So who is government? Taxpayer. Yeah, every one of us are paying for the waste management cost. Yeah, so where are we heading? Yeah, so this is a ideal scenario. If we can promote towards a circular economy based on bio waste, most of this food waste, if we segregate it at source, we can make it into compost for the farm. We can nourish the soil for the landscape. We can then grow organic farm. And from the animal dung, we can also do biogas. It can most of these organic waste, if we capture under anaerobic, without much oxygen, this biogas can be used to burn and produce steam to generate electricity for the grid. Yeah, electricity. Okay. Of course, there are a lot of opportunities. So maybe you are not from chemical engineering, maybe you are from computing, or then you can contribute in terms of IoT. We need multiple cooperation among experts from different fields. Yeah, for example, if you are a software engineer, you can produce the IoT software. You can collect the data from which industry or which restaurant area will produce a lot of these food waste. It can then be deposited in a database. From there, engineer can design where the waste can go, either to go for biorefinery to produce biochemicals, or it can be sent to the biogas plant to produce bioenergy. So forth and so these are active research area involving multiple disciplinary to solve the waste problem. Yeah, this is a global problem in every country. Governments are spending a lot of money to treat the waste. imagine if the residential area we all stay, yeah, if each of the area can be equipped with a facility like this, with a chamber to collect the food waste and outlet to collect the liquid. Of course, they will need some technical training on how to mix with soil to control the odor and so forth and so on. Then we can reduce the waste to go to the landfill. As I mentioned, the most difficult part is the food waste. So in a nutshell, when we talk about producing the compost, it's not just about reducing the use of chemical fertilizer, yeah, not just improving soil quality. If more community composting can be implemented, this can also create some economic impact. And the waste, not so much waste has to be transported to the landfill site, so this can reduce the fuel, and in this way we can reduce the greenhouse gas emission. And in the same time, when the plant is planted with organic fertilizer, they will have more nutrient range received, and this can make the plant healthier and leading to the reduced use of the pesticide. So just to make sure you are still with me, is there any questions so far? So far so good. It's already 20 minutes. Okay, so this is a general view on how we can reduce the waste at source. Yeah. In fact, I would like to share with you some of the case study, but due to the time, so I will run through the slide quite quickly of a few of the case study I have gone through as good practices on how to go zero waste. For this first case study in China, as I mentioned, there are already case studies showing how the food waste can be converted to the fertilizer. In Johor, in Johor Bahru, about 30 kilometers from UiTM, there is a community producing food waste. Every day they turned sorry, this is not 3 times per year, 3 times per day. They turn 3 times per day of the compost. This is production. In a year, they can produce 3 tons of compost. But every day, they turn 3 tons of food waste into compost, and as well as the bio-liquid fertilizer. So this is not something new. Another case study is also from Surabaya. Very famous for the cleanliness. In this city, they have more than 20 composting sites, but not all will treat the food waste. Mainly, these are the waste from the wet market. Okay. So there are also detailed calculation on how they can turn the food waste into compost and generate some income to break even. So in a nutshell, this is not so easy to do because it needs good coordinations by, typically in the case study in Surabaya, it needs coordination from an NGO. They have a women's society to work together with the local government who can help collect the waste, and also they have the company who help them to turn the waste into the compost. And my question to all of you would be, what is the role of us as a lecturer or as a student, how we can help to implement this kind of community composting to reduce the waste. Okay, so after my talk, my co-instructor will also share more of the case study indeed. But for my talk, I'm just trying to give an overall view, okay, because waste management is a complex problem that needs holistic solutions. And the keywords I want to give it to you is leadership. Yeah, we as academicians, as a highly educated people in the society, it is our role to mobilize these transformations. Yeah, so we should not stay and ask why government are doing this or that, right? Yeah, because if we agree we are educated and highly educated, we should make this move. Yeah, so often I feel that in our education syllabus, especially science, engineering, technology, sometimes the curriculum is not so much focusing on leadership. So I think leadership is a very important keyword that I like to give it to you today. Yeah. So I think time is up already. I will talk a little bit more about myself and my research later on when there's more time. To make sure I am still with you or you are still with me, I will let us do a Kahoot. Okay. I would like to invite one of my co-instructor to help me. Now I will exit this screen. Of course, if you have any question before we start the Kahoot, I will be very happy. You can type it in the chat room. Okay, if you are a little shy. Okay, so I hope with this brief sharing, you can understand about why I am so passionate about zero waste. Okay, so I would like to remind you to get ready your handphone because we are going to share with you the ID. Yeah. Anytime you can also type some question in the chat room. So, Rizwan, if you are ready, you can share the Kahoot page.
It is loading right now. I will share the pin in a few moments.
Okay. I am not sure if I will appreciate if you can tell me if you are ready.
It's the game pin is still loading. It's going to come up pretty soon too.
Yeah, but as most of them are not opening the video, so actually this kind of online learning is still quite new to me. Ideally, I like to see my audience and be more interactive with you. However, I'm also still learning. Yeah. If some of you can open your video camera, that would be much appreciated. So if I ask the question saying, are you ready for the Kahoot? At least you can raise your hand. Like now, I am like talking to the screen.
Screen, all right. So the
thank you. Yeah. So are you ready?
Okay.
If most of you are ready, then we can start. Okay. So this is the pin. Yeah. Please be ready.
So how many students?
The questions are mainly. I think each session can accommodate up to 50 students. So in this online classroom, I understand there are around 30 students, including UTM students. Okay, so okay, in this talk, there will be 3 Kahoot. Okay, after my talk, there will be this Kahoot, followed by other instructor. After each instructor, we will have 1 Kahoot. So please get ready your handphone so that we can run this program as smooth as possible to save time. Okay. And for each Kahoot session, we will give the best scorer to only the top scorer, okay? Because there are 3 Kahoot, okay? So in each Kahoot, only the first top scorer will get the certificate. Yeah, so if you listen to the talk just now clear enough, I think you will have all the answer. Yeah, basically is to enhance the interactions by doing this kind of game. I should also fix a time. Maybe after a certain time, we should also start without waiting too long, because we only have 1.5 hours.
So is everyone already in the Kahoot lobby?
I can only see 12, but actually the participants are around 30. So since the Kahoot will take 5 minutes, now I will wait for another 3 minutes, then we will start the Kahoot. Yeah.
So far there is 12 people.
Yes, but if within 1 minute there is no more, then we will also continue to start the session. Yeah. Okay, Ridwan, I think you can start now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So good luck, have fun, everyone.
So here come the first questions. Each question you will have 20 seconds. So you can see the question. We don't inherit the earth from our ancestor, we borrow it from our children. So this is the answer for number 1. Yeah, we borrow, meaning that we have already used the resources now. For example, if we pollute and we do not clean out, meaning that our next generation will have to bear the cost of cleaning up. So here comes the question number 2. A better order of going zero waste is, meaning that in terms of hierarchy, which one is much better to reduce the waste, followed by what and what? Okay, some question looks quite easy, but it's a bit tricky. Yeah. Oh, so sorry. The reason why reuse is yeah, I think you can give me some time to. I think there was some. Yeah. Can you go back to the previous one? Why the?
I can go back.
Okay. Okay. Next. Yeah. So, how much waste we produce a day per person? Yes, the answer is 1 kilogram. Okay. Yeah, this is a world data by average. Okay, next. Question number 4, food waste can be converted to these products except. Okay, good. Of course, not chewing gum. Very good. Okay, so next. What is the percentage of the food waste in the total waste stream worldwide? Okay, For example, you have many other waste, paper, plastic, and so on. What is the percentage of food waste? It's quite a big percentage. And this is from the World Bank data. So you can understand if we can segregate this food waste portion, good. Majority has answered it correctly, 40%. Yeah. Of course, in some other country, especially developing country, they can have as high as 60 or more than 60%. Yeah. But by average, it's 44% just now. So we take it as 40%. Thank you. Next. Which of the following are the technology used to treat solid waste? Yeah, you can have the landfill or incineration or composting or all of the above. Yes, all of the above. These are all the technology that can be used to treat waste, okay, solid waste. Congratulations. And the next one. If we use compost instead of chemical fertilizer, what are the benefits that we can have? Improve soil quality, reducing greenhouse gases, reduce the use of water and pesticide, or all of the above? Ah, good. So you were with me. Okay, and here comes the last question. True or false? Collecting and conducting food waste composting at the residential area itself can help to reduce the greenhouse gases such as CO2, methane gas, N2O, and so on. Ah, almost perfect. Okay, most of you got it very right. Congratulations, very good. Most of you can answer all questions really well. Thank you, Rizwan, for helping me. So I would like to congratulate Noor. Yeah, congratulate the first winner, Amhar from AGU. Also congratulated to Omar and Nurul Ashikin. You are the top 3 scorers. However, as I mentioned, because we have 3 Kahoots, only the first top achiever will receive the certificate of best scorer. Okay, congratulations to all. This is just a game, okay? Thank you for the participation. Okay, thank you. Rizwan, would you stop sharing? Thank you. Okay, so I am almost on time because my talk and the quiz should take around 40 minutes. Yeah. So now I would like to invite the next instructor, Zul Muhammad Zulkarnain. Yeah, to continue this sharing session. Thank you.
All right. Oh, that's a bit. Okay, hi everyone. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
All right. So my name is Muhammad Zulkarnain Birusli, and I'm as you can see, I'm a president of the UiTM Gradient A. So like our title is student empowerment in achieving SDG. So how UiTM Gradient A are related with the student empowerment in and related to empowerment. So you see, student as itself cannot really like how do you say promote SDG as itself. So they need one platform so they can promote sustainable life, promote sustainable life to others. So fortunately in UiTM we have UiTM Gradient A Society where they promote sustainable life, and all the members in UTM Gradient A is very passionate and proactive in promoting sustainable life and also training themselves to live sustainable life. So we go on. So why we care about Go Green? So to achieve UTM's goal to preserve the campus, to cultivate awareness among communities to protect the environment, and also UTM residents and outsiders can reach zero waste and produce compost from food, plant, and animal waste. So a little bit of the background. So this club was established on 3rd April 2017 under School of Chemical and Energy Engineering UTM. And the member of this association are students who are keen in volunteering as well as learn about sustainability activities to build a sustainable community. And the motto is development of sustainable societies through capacity building and volunteerism. All right, next. And this is the chart, the organization chart. All right, so what do we do in this club, or what the students, the members in this club do? First, we have a UTM Living Lab Bio Recycle Center where we collect all the waste and do it and compose it to make a fertilizer, organic fertilizer. And if you want to know more about it, you can go to the Facebook, ucompose.utm. So next, we also community outreach for food waste composting from to rural area at Layang-Layang and school Pulai Elementary School. So this is a list of programs. So I will just go through. I will just highlight the main one. So we have GDNA recycling program, where we put box at the school. So the lecturer will have like waste paper put in the box, and we will take it to the recycling center. All right. We also have a Green DNA team building where we discuss in how to improve our programs to promote sustainable life. And then we have food waste composting workshop where we train our newly members in how to do food composting. And we also have a sustainable visit with local authorities. We also have industrial visit to clothes recycling industry to see how they use recycling material to make like cloth. All right, and this is one of the biggest program in Green DNA where UTM Summer School, where we invite students from outside of Malaysia, from Shanghai, from China, Japan, and Korea to join our summer school, and we taught them of sustainable life, composting, and all that. So as you can see, we have in 2019 we have 10 students from Shanghai Jiao University, 15 students from Ritsumeikan, including our co-instructor here, Miyu Kojima, and 5 students from Seoul Tech University, Korea. And during the summer school, this is the list of program we do. Later on, we will like focus more on low carbon village community composting and aquaponics, and also one of the visit to SDG Pulai. And this is the next year. We have corporate sustainability program in collaboration with water treatment plant Selangor. And the same as last year, we have food waste composting workshop. And then Gotong Royong, we clean up our compost site. And then we have, this is this year, the early year, we cooperate with local authorities, Kulai Municipal Council, to promote food composting to students from Bandar Putra Secondary School with 100 participants, and Kulai Besar Secondary School, 120 participants. And then this is our second summer school, this year also, February. And this time around, we only invite students from Japan, from 60 students from Hitotsuba University, Japan. So as you can see, our programs usually we promote, we like to involve not only within the university or the club, but we also promote sustainable life, food composting to outside community, and even schools, from elementary schools, secondary schools, and from rural area to urban area, and even from another country. So if you'd like to know more about our programs, you can visit us on Facebook, UTM Gradient A, or you want to watch what we do, you can go to our YouTube and our Instagram. So maybe this is our Facebook. And then this is our contact. Like if you like to like collaborate in doing program that promote sustainability life, you can contact us at email greendnaofficial@gmail.com, or also you can contact our advisor Prof. Dr. Lee Chutin at citli@utm.my. Okay, that's the end. Okay, so now I will go on to my second slide, where this is more SDG related. Community composting outreach mini RTC Lalayang. So keep in mind, after this slide, we have a Kahoot session. So be sure to focus on this slide. So during the summer school on 2019, we go to this community composting at mini RTC Lalayang. It's also one of Prof. Lee projects there. Okay, this is some photos we taken during our visits. So this is the outline for the presentation. We have introduction, case study of Lalayang, and the summary. So before we go to the main point, as you can see, this is the statistic of total food waste generated in Malaysia. So as you can see, it have increases from 2 million tons in 1996 to 6 million tons in 2018. So it's a lot. It's not 6 million kg, but it is 6 million tons. So this food usually disposed, they will feed to poultry, and it will cause disease risk because unprocessed food waste contain meat infected with food mouse virus, and they also go to landfill, and because of that we have lack of land and can harm the ecosystem because like Prof said just now, the lechet can make what you say, produce water pollution and also soil pollution. So this is one of the things we want to do to decrease the amount of food waste generated. So this is the process of food composting there in Lalayang. So we have 4 steps, which is collecting food waste. We have anaerobic fermentation, aerobic fermentation, and drying, and the 4th step is grinding and packing. So fermentation is a metabolic process that we change chemically, and anaerobic means it doesn't need oxygen, and aerobic means that the process needs oxygen. So firstly, they will collect the food. So they will put like this white box there. They will give to each of the house, and they will collect the food waste within 2 to 3 days. And after they collect, before doing the composting, we have to prepare for humus. Humus is effective microactive solution. It's an microorganism that will compose the food. So to prepare it, we need molasses. It's a type of sugar. We need 18 liters of water and effective microorganism. This effective microorganism will compose the food, and this molasses will like activate the microorganism. So next we have to preparing for grinded leaf. So there they have a like palm oil farm. So they usually will take the palm oil leaf, cut down, and then grind it. And after grind it, they will mix it with the effective microactive solution, and then put inside for a while. So after that, after they collect all the food waste from the other house, so this is the step in the bin. So firstly, you see the pipe there. So when food decompose, they will produce lechet, and this lechet we need to extract it every week. So before that, down here, we need to put a wire gauge so that the food waste and the grind leaf will not block the pipe. And then we stack it gauge, and then grinded leaf, and then food waste and the grinded leaf all over again until it is full. And for it to decompose in this bin, it will take around 4 to 7 weeks. And then after it decompose, we have to take out and dry it and put like spread it on the floor, like in the picture, and put a cloth on it. So after 1 week, we have to mix it back together and then put it there for 2 weeks more for it to completely dry, and then put it in a sack. So after that, they will grind the compost like in the picture. That's the grinding machine there. and they will take a sample of it and analyze the nutrients. And after that, they will package it and label the biocompost. This is done commercially, but there's a way for it. If you want, you can do it at your own backyard. So what's the different use of this organic fertilizer in the community? So they will use for within the community to grow palm trees and flower, and they also sell it to the organic fertilizer to outside of the community. And for the benefits, it will improve soil quality because it's an organic fertilizer, and it deals with food. It deals with food waste wisely, and it's eco-friendly. It doesn't use any chemical, and it will reduce GHG and keep groundwater clean. So that it will achieve like this SDG 11. I can't see it. Okay. SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, and SDG 12, to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. And when we go to visit there, we achieve SDG number 4 to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. And that is it. Thank you for listening. So if you want more information about food composting, or you want to know, like I said, you can do the food composting at your backyard, you can contact us at Green DNA Official for the step, because we don't have much time here, so I need to end here. So for more information, you can contact us on Facebook, or you can directly email to us. Thank you. All right, so you guys ready for Kahoot? Hello?
Yes, ready.
All right.
Ready.
Just a little while. All right. Share screen. All right. Can you see the pin?
Yes.
All right. So we give like 3 minutes for you all to come into Kahoot. Don't worry, it's just an easy question. One, two, three, four, five. All right. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. 1 more minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Okay. Come on, guys. It should be 30 in this Kahoot.
Sorry to ask.
Okay.
Who is gunpowder and TNT? We need the real name to detect the student's name. Is it okay to use the nickname like that?
I don't think so. We need your real name, not your nickname.
I suggest for the next Kahoot, please change your name to the original name, but for now, I think it's okay. In order to save the time, you can write your full name and your nickname in the chat room for us to recognize. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah, because you
And
can
then for the
recognize.
next Kahoot, yeah. So now, please write full in the chat room. Otherwise, we cannot give you the certificate. Okay. So please write your full name and your university in your next Kahoot, because we still have another Kahoot later on. Because if we go out and in again, it might take some time. I think we can start now in order to make the time on everything on schedule.
All right. I think we can start now.
They can, they can write their full name with their nickname in the chat. Okay, let's start.
Let's start. It's quite tough. Let's see. Yeah, it's quite tough. So congrats to the 9 people that get it right. It's okay for the others. You can try in the next question. All right. So now Diana is the first. Next quiz. So what is EM? Major hint there. All right. So 15 of you got right. Who is the 3 people that answer electromagnetism? I think you are a physics boy. All right. Next. So Diana still taking the lead. All right. So next quiz. So how long will it take the food waste to become compost fully? Read the answer carefully. Read the question carefully. It's quite tricky. Oh, it's 8 weeks. Because what? Because the food composting in the bin, it will take 4 to 7 weeks, and then for it to dry, it will take 3 weeks. So total will be like 8 to 10 weeks. It's okay. You can try in the next round. Oh, so looks like we have a new leader here, Nurul Ashikin. All right. The fourth question. Does food waste composting increase greenhouse gases? All right. Nice one. 13 of you got it right. And let's see. All right. Nurul Ashikin still taking the lead. And for the final quiz. Does food waste compost fertilizer improve soil quality? I think this is quite easy. Yes, it's true. Congrats. Almost every one of you got it right. So let's see the podium. Who takes the winner? All right, congrats to Fatin, UiTM, third place. Yasin, second place. All right, congrats Nurul Ashikin for taking the first place. And that's it for my session. So I will pass this to my beloved friends and my supporter, Rizwan Shahril.
Hi, hello everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear
you.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be presenting real soon. Let me configure a few stuffs a bit. And we should be good to go. All right. All right. Hello and good day, everyone. My name is Muhammad Rizwan Shahril. I'm currently a third-year student from UiTM and the Exco of Academic and Marketing for UiTM Green DNA Society. So today I would like to share with you the engagement UTM Green DNA Society had with one of the award-winning green school. So on 18 August 2019, we held a summer school workshop at Pulai Elementary School. So this workshop was joined by 10 students from Shanghai Jiao Tong University and 10 from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. As you guys can see here, sorry, forgot to press the slideshow. Okay, as you guys can see here, the school is located in the southern part of West Malaysia. Okay, so Pulai Elementary School, they have 3 green projects currently, which make them like very, in a way, green light, you know. Okay, so the first project is about aquaponics. So aquaponics is like a agriculture system where you can raise fish and grow plants at the same time. They both can benefit each other. Later I will explain about this in another slide. The second green project they have is composting. So I believe that Professor Lee and my friend Zulkarnain had already explained some parts about composting. So I might not dive into that too much. And the third green project they have is about 3R. So the 3R stands for reduce, reduce, and recycle. So basically they are trying to reuse all their materials and in a way reduce their waste emission. Okay, are you guys still with me?
Yes.
Okay, so I will start first by talking about aquaponics, which is the first green project I would like to talk about. So a little bit background about how the aquaponics system work. I'm going to talk very general, not really specific, you know, just easy, just for the sake of this presentation, I will just, you know, talk in layman terms. So the aquaponics system contains of 2 parts. So the first part is the growing tray. The growing tray will consist of plants and bacteria. The second part will be the fish tank. So this is where the fish will be raised. Okay, so to start things off, I will talk about how the system works. Firstly, we feed the fish. So the fish later, they will produce waste, which is specifically ammonia. So having a high concentration of ammonia in the water can be very toxic. So we have to pump it outside of the system, or else the fish will die. So the way we do this is we pump the water filled with from the fish tank into the growing tray. So in the growing tray, the bacteria will convert the ammonia into nitrogen. It will undergo a series of transformation, but the end product is nitrogen. So the nitrogen here that is produced by the bacteria will be used by the plant as the nutrient. So what happens with the rest of the water? So the rest of the water will be filtered by the plant roots and later will be pumped back down into the fish tank. So this cycle will keep on repeating. And I know this is pretty basic, but just for the presentation, because I do not want to waste much time on this. So this is the aquaponics system they have in the school. So I labeled some of them over here. It might not be that clear. So over here we have the plant. Here is the greenskeeper of the school showing it. And here, I think you can see it. There is a growing tray here. You can see all the plants being afloat there. And below here, there is a fish tank. So I'm sorry for the photo. We cannot capture the whole thing, but I can assure you that there is a fish tank down here and even some live fishes. So they are all connected by a series of water pumps. So this water pump will pump the water from the fish tank to the growing tray and vice versa. Okay, so the second green project they have in the school is composting. So in this picture, there are 2 sites here. One is this bedding site. the one with the brown colored leaves. And another one is this structure. So they both have, they both undergo a composting called vermicomposting. So this vermicomposting uses, oh my God, sorry for that. This vermicomposting uses worm to convert the food waste into compost. Okay, so this is still also composting. Here we have 2 bins. So these 2 bins are called composting bins. And the special thing about these bins is that students actually get to interact with composting. So what they do is, after every recess session, they will throw all their food waste into this bin and they will cover it up with leaves. So what, at the end of the, they will be undergoing some other steps, but at the end of the chain, we can collect the compost and use it on the other plants. Okay, so the third project is about 3R, which stands for reuse, reduce, and recycle. Basically what they do is they try to reuse all materials they have. So for example, any paper that can still be reused, they use it until until it cannot be used anymore. And even if it cannot be used, they can still recycle it. So in a way, technically they reduce their waste emission. The same can be said for items like plastic bottles, aluminum, and card boxes. So this is the recycling bins. I'm pretty sure it's different for every country, but for Malaysia, we have 3 colors denoted for each material. So the orange one is for plastic and aluminum. The blue one is for paper materials. I don't know why this keeps, I can pause it, I think, okay. The blue one is for paper and the brown one is for glass material. So this is a real snapshot of what the recycling site looks like. Okay, so here I would like to talk about SDG number 4, quality education. So this goal aims to give everyone quality education and promotes lifelong learning. So under this SDG, it also, it also calls for education for sustainable development and global citizenship. What this means is that everyone should be aware about sustainable development. You know, they need to be educated about sustainable living. We cannot afford to keep living like this, or else, you know, we will exhaust the resource we have today in the future. You know, like the quote, the American proverb that Prof Lee put in the beginning of the slide. And this is the whole sustainable development goals. There are 17 of them. I'm pretty sure you all have already, you know, are familiar with this picture. So back to the question, back to the main title of this talk, leaving no one behind. So we as students, we do not, we believe like we do not have much power to influence the world, but we actually do have the ability to do so, and we can try to promote SDG to the local community. So here, how do we promote SDG to these elementary school students? So what we try to do is, based on the 3 green projects that the school have implemented, we try to relate them with the SDG. So here is what we did. So firstly, we created 3 posters. So each poster for each green project. So there will be one for aquaponics, there will be one for composting, there will be another one for the 3R. So these posters, they do not contain much words, or rather I would say we try to put as much more pictures rather than words. This is because, you know, they are still students, you know, they have like, they will be terrified, you know, if they will see the poster filled with an essay or a block of words. You know, they are more attracted to see diagrams, pictures, you know, something that can make their interest pick up. Okay, so this one is just another poster. So this one is the aquaponics poster. The previous one is the composting poster. So the aquaponics one is it's basically just like the one I mentioned before. There's a fish tank, there's a growing tray, there's a pump. Okay. Okay, so after we created the poster, the summer school participants will be separated into 3 different groups. And the participants have to explain to the group of students what the poster is trying to say. So for example, this person right here, which is one of our summer school participants, is explaining to the students how does the aquaponics system works, just like the way I explain it. Maybe the way he explained it will be much more richer in context, but that is the point I'm trying to say. So they are trying to educate the students about how the system works. After we are done with explaining to them what the poster is trying to convey, we allow the students to decorate and color the poster up to their own imagination. So here is the, I would say, most important part about SDG number 4, leaving no one behind. So after they are done decorating, we give out to each group 17 of the SDG stickers. So the one I showed to you before. So we let the students pick which one relates with each green project. So they have to think for themselves, how does this particular SDG relates with this green project, you know? And they have to infer that based on the explanation given by the summer school participant. So here, for example, we have 6 SDG here. We have about, I know you cannot see it clearly from here, but there is one on good health, there is one for life underwater, and so on. Okay, so after they are done pasting the stickers, they are required to present the poster in front of the jury. So they are also will be asked about what does the sticker mean and how it relates with the green project. So for example, this poster is about 3R, reduce, reuse, and recycle. The jury are going to ask, how does this how does this help climate action? How does this helps life underwater? Okay, so we have reached the end of my slide. So I believe that the workshop we have done with the group of students from Pulai Elementary School is very beneficial. We as a society tried to bring elementary school students into the fray, into the hype train of SDG. You know, previously I mentioned that, you know, we students always think that we do not have much power to influence others, but with the right help and, you know, coordination and teamwork, we can do it. And I would like to mention one more time that UTM is committed in implementing SDG. This particular society is a living testament to that. You know, we are not trying to only bring the university students into the SDG train. We are also trying to influence the local community, as Zul had mentioned before. With that, I end my slide, and thank you. Okay, so does anyone have any other question regarding the slides before we move into the Kahoot? Okay, I will take that as a no. So if you guys may please, you guys can join the Kahoot, the pin I show here. I will give you guys 3 minutes to, you know, enter the lobby. Okay, so far we have 11 people. Still. Can you guys hear me? I'm having internet connection. It seems. I think my internet connection is problematic. Can you guys hear me? Test, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, we can see you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Because just now I was disconnected, so I thought I was talking alone. Oh, thank God it's not the case. Okay, so I think we can start now, I guess. Okay, so here we go. Alright. Good luck, everyone. So the following are the green projects implemented in Pulai School, except, so I only mentioned 3, so, oh my God. Okay, so one of them is an imposter, so can you guys wait, test 1, 2, 3. Wait, I think I've been kicked out. Okay. Wait, I think I will do the lobby one more time. Sorry.
I have a connection problem. I don't know if it's
No,
from
I
you.
think it's my internet problem. Sorry. I am very truly sorry for this inconvenience. A moment, please, before I resolve this issue. Okay. Okay, a moment. Hopefully it will be resolved. Okay, it's still loading. Prof, do you think we should skip this Kahoot session to give way for Mew?
Yes, maybe we can invite Miyu, and if we have more time, we can repeat this Kahoot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, everyone, and I will let Miyu take the session.
Basically, we for the rest of the session, we like to invite Miyu to share about her feedback after she joined UTM Summer School. And after her talk, we will also have some video to share with you, and this will wrap up our session. So Miyu, thank you. To you.
Hi everyone. So I'm sharing. Is it good for? I'm not sure you can see or not. Okay. Hi. Hello, my name is Miyu Kojima. Could you hear my voice clearly or not?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So before getting into the content, I'd like to introduce myself, who I am. I'm a student at Maker University in Japan. So now I'm in the university right now. And so I joined UTM Summer School 2019. So, and then since some time ago, I was interested in SDGs and Asian Sustainable Action. So I wanted to motivate myself to make new active friends. Then my university recruited the member who joined the UTM Smart School. So I decided to join it. Then I meet Professor Lee and other friends like Zhu and then this one. Then during the summer school, I was a deputy reader of Japanese member, and I worked on the discussion proactively. And then I got lecture from many professors like Professor Lee, and visit the place, including Lion, with and discuss with my buddy. So, okay, I forgot to move on the slides. So this is the photo, our group photo, and then this is my university, and this is a photo during the lecture, and I visit the forest city, and also I had a buddy. Okay, and so our experience I got in UTM, it was quite special for me. And then, but what impressed me in the most was group presentation. So during summer school, we had a group project, like group work project. Then each group had each topic. Our group topic was aquaponics. So today I'd like to share what I learned in UTM while using slides which our group made. So this is the first slide. So I think Switzerland already told us that what is the aquaponics, but aquaponics is a combination of aquaculture and hydroponics. And aquaponic system is separated some part. It's fish tank where fish grow and grow beds, and space to grow plants and bite, and filtering space and pump. I also saw aquaponic system in UTM. And we thought why aquaponics system is important, because there are 3 points. The first one is no usage of fertilizer and pesticide. And second point is low water usage. And third point is decreasing solid usage. And then we thought it could achieve SDGs. So we want to mention 5 points of SDGs. The first goal we achieve is zero hunger. It is not hard to prepare the requirements to make aquaponics, so we can produce fish and plants using aquaponic system sustainably. And next, the second goal we achieve is good health and well-being. Aquaponics only use organic fertilizer instead of chemical fertilizer. In other words, aquaponics is not harmful for our body. And the next one is affordable and clean energy and climate change. As we know, plants can produce oxygen and reduce carbon dioxide in our air, so this can help us to clean our air. And the last one is sustainable city and communities. By using aquaponics, we can achieve both making a modern city and taking in green belt town. So how to get involved aquaponics in our life, we thought. So there is a 2 points of that. So the first one is implementation of aquaponics system in our home. So nowadays, having plants and also do it yourself is getting attention. So we focus on these trends, and then so by using this trend, it is good to make new bulk. Like we can try to plant like strawberry or tomato or some kind of the vegetable or fruits that is not hard to make how to grow in our home. And then the second idea is implementation of a aquaponics system to education center or school. So in elementary school, there is some opportunity to raise a plant. Instead of doing it using soil, it is better for us to use aquaponics system, because from aquaponics system we can learn both grow the plants and also the how to feed the fish. So it connects deep learning for children. So through running in UTM, it was motivated to me to take small action, even if I cannot do the big action. So I continue to think what we can do. Also, I noticed that there is many people who try to think about our life to make more sustainably and also blight-free in the world. So I'm sure that the connection I got in UTM makes my life richer than before. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mio, for your sharing. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your fantastic sharing. I hope the rest will get some idea on what we are doing through the summer school. For time is quite tight. Zo, would you like? Thank you, Mio, again. Okay.
All right. So now I'll be showing.
Okay,
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, I pass it to you for the final video, right?
Okay. So I'll be sharing a video about little feedback on how the summer school impact them when they go back to their respective country. So before that, I will post a link. It's a Google form, and during the video, can you guys like fill in the form? Is for our feedback. All right. So now I'll be sharing the screen. Okay, you guys can see?
Yes.
All right. So during the video, you can also fill in the feedback form on the chat. I have posted the link on the chat. Okay, enjoy.
So don't forget to enable the audio.
All right. Wait.
I learned a lot of basic knowledge and practice experience about green city and green life. So after back to my country, I actively participated in a lot of group activities to promote the concept like 3R, green life. Also encourage garbage classification to my friends and to my neighbors. As for me, I try not to waste food and go out by public transportation or just go by bicycle. And now I'm studying for a doctorate in the field of environmental science. Hopefully one day I can have a certain understanding about environmental protection and achieve certain academic and practical results. Thank you.
After going back from the summer school to my country, I began to pay more attention to the life details. In order to reduce the carbon emission, I will choose to ride the bike every day and reduce the amount of garbage and focus on the garbage classification. I think little things is very important. If everyone do this, we will finally achieve our goal.
After returning to school from summer school, I devoted myself to study and work. At the same time, I also actively choose a low-carbon lifestyle. For example, I choose to ride my bike or walk as much as possible instead of driving. I also do garbage classification carefully according to the requirements to reduce the carbon emission during garbage disposal. In addition, as a doctoral student, I also want to take carbon emission and pollution as one of my research contents, so as to contribute to our country's energy conservation and emission reduction in the future.
Well, I'm very glad to share. And I think the most important thing I learned from summer school is cooperation. In the past, I only work with classmates. Indeed, studying in the same school and having similar cultural background makes us easily to communicate. But as for people coming from with different different cultural background, it is truly different and more harder. And now I work in country regions, and in daily life, I have to work with some farmer with it has no opportunity to go to university. But now I have learned to be more patient and continuing trying new impression method.
I'm Lucas Shirota. I participated this summer school at UTM, and after I came back to Japan, because I learned something about environment or how to develop or create a sustainable city or sustainable system, my life has been changed in sustainable way. For example, I used to buy water which is in a plastic bottle, but now I bring my water bottle. And also, I tend to choose this subject which is related about SDGs or environmental thing. And now I want to research how to create or develop the sustainable city from the perspective of economic, because my major is economic. This is my experience from UTM after I came back to Japan.
After going back to Japan, I has came to think deeply about the environment. Especially, I has came to watch a news about the environment and urban development carefully, because in this program we learn good point and bad point about these themes. In my life, I am conscious of not to use plastic bottle uselessly, but to use a water bottle after seeing my roommate using water bottle in this program. And now I watch how my university do for environment, because one group's presentation in this program was some university's activity about environment. I learned environment and got English communication skills in this program. So I think this program is worth to join. Thank you for listening.
After going back to my country from summer school at UTM, I'm trying to choose eco-friendly transportation when I move. So it means I choose walking, ride a bicycle, and public transportation, because it prevents to produce carbon dioxide compared with using my car. So I learned detail of low carbon society at UTM. Then I thought I want to contribute the realized low carbon society in Japan. So I noticed that continuing to practice is so important for solve the environment problem. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, I'm Jaing from UTM. I've joined the UTM summer school for last August 2019, and through this program I have learned a lot regarding the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals. For now, I've started to bring my food container outside. Whenever I want to go for lunch or dinner, I will bring a food container in order for me to take away, or to bring some leftover food in order to reduce some food waste there. And also, before that, I am a person who really loves the online shopping, and by now I will only buy some things that are really necessary or really I need. And as we know, the parcels are packaged by a lot of plastic that can really cause the plastic waste. So by doing this, we can really reduce the plastic waste and save our world. Thank you everyone, that's all from me.
After joining the summer school programs, I realized that I should take actions to support the SDG goals as there's a lot of global challenge faced by the world today. Firstly, instead of using plastic bags, I will choose reusable grocery bags during shopping. Besides, I educate my little sister by sharing with her more information about food waste. I will do wise planning before cooking so that I could avoid to reduce leftovers. When there's a leftovers, I will keep it in the refrigerator and reusing it later. It is a good practice for me as it helps me to save money and also reduce food waste at the same time.
All right, that's all. So, thank you all for listening, and I hope that you have filled the forms that I give you. And I think I will pass to Prof. Lee to end the session.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing all the fantastic experience after joining the program. Yeah, to all three of you and all of you for listening. As we are running a little bit late, if you allow me 2 minutes to run a few more slides to wrap up these sessions. Okay, I will share my screen now. Yeah. So as the associate editor for Journal of Cleaner Productions, I also sometimes do writing workshop for high impact publication in sustainability. So if you need any more advice, kindly drop me some lines. As for your information, in my research group, we work in a broad range of research focusing on organic waste management, especially food waste, including also for upstream and the entire chain management as well as the treatment as well. Yeah, so every year also we run this conference. We call it International Conference on Low Carbon Asia, or in short ICLCA, since 2015. You can easily find from our website, iclca.conf.com, or find us in Facebook. We have just run the 2020 in Shanghai, although through the virtual conference due to COVID. Next year will be conducted in Okayama University in Japan in October. So I will also share this slide with you so that you can have a look and watch our website. Typically, we also have special issue for helping students to publish high impact papers in these journals under Elsevier. These are all the program more or less that we have shared with you. So you can find more videos and information in our Facebook, okay? And this will be my last slide, yeah? So feel free to email us, contact us. I believe with this sharing, each of you will become a green champion. Will be inspired to become a green champion in your university. Yeah. So if you need more help for your assignment, please WhatsApp me and also my co-instructor as well. Okay. So welcome to UTM. Okay. Every year we also have this summer school. Every year 2 times, February and August. Okay. So with this, I will end my sharing here. And if you have more questions and how we do this or that, please feel free to contact each of us here with our student leader here. Yeah. Again, I thank you all of you for your attention. And shall I pass this back to Dr. D? Sorry for late 11 minutes.
It's a great sharing. I believe everybody had a great time learning something new especially from the different experiences. Right, I'd love to chat more, but I think everyone excited about the 5 o'clock presentations. Prof, you'll be joining us, right? Everyone is invited
Okay, yeah,
for the
okay.
5 o'clock presentation. Hope to see Prof Lee, Miyu, as well as everybody else, to all the other instructors and also the facilitators. Please join us at 5 o'clock. Give the support. They've been working since yesterday for the presentation, and maybe you can also ask questions and give feedback for improvement. Right. So thank you very much, Prof Lee and team, for the great session and the learning experience for everybody. Right, so at 5 o'clock we are going to start with the next session. We'll be using the same link, and we will have Dr. Fadil. Hi, Dr. Fadil.
Hi.
Yeah, Dr. Fadil will be hosting the presentation session later on. And as I mentioned earlier, the judges will be from the 4 different institutions, one from UTM, one from UTB, another one from UiTM, and one more from AGU. Right, so please go ahead and enjoy the short break, take a breather, and come back again in about 50 minutes time. Sorry, 40 minutes time. Come back in about 40 minutes. See you again.
Hey guys, see you guys again.
Okay.